Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Now we will continue, inshallah, to take exercises on the normal approximation to the binomial distribution. Let's now deal with that question. Use a suitable approximation and continuity correction to find the probability that x less than 75 for the discrete random variable which follows the binomial distribution with n100 and p 0.7. Tamam. Since you are asked to use the suitable approximation, it means the conditions are satisfied. However, if you want to just to make sure that everything is on track and everything is okay, just multiply n times p. You have 100 times 0.7 is 70, while q 0.3, of course, times 100, it will be 30. So both of them are more than 5. So we are on track. Now we can use the normal approximation. So in order to, as we said, in order to use the normal approximation to binomial, we have to do two major things. First of all, we have to find mu, which is n times p. And what is n? This is 100 times 0.7. So 100 times 0.7 is nothing but 70. And what about the variance? It is, as we said, npq. Yes, which is طبعا 70 np, 70 times which and a q is 0.3. So the answer is 21. So hence I have this normal distribution. This is the normal approximation with mu 70 and variance 21. Tamam. This is the first step we have done. The second, what we have to do? We have to do the continuity correction for the question given. Okay, for the question given. So that value should be corrected. Why? Because we are going to change now the discrete random variable into continuous random variable. So that one, x less than 75, we have to change it into x less than another value. So this value, either plus half or minus half. Which one we have to deal with? As I told you, this is 75. Put that value 75. Always minus half, 74.5, or plus half. So 75.5. So either you will deal with this one or that one to put it here. Which one you have to deal? Here you have x less than 75, less than. This is less than. If you have equal sign, as we say, the equal sign will take both should be included, right? So we have to start from here if it is equal sign. But since it is less than and I don't have equal sign, I have to start from here. So we will say probability of x less than 74.5. Now this one, here we have made what? Continuity correction now. Now this discrete random variable has been changed into continuous random variable. But this is not standard normal variable. So we have to go through the process of standardization, as we said, of z less than, how? This is 74, this is x, so we will say 74.5 minus mu. As you know, go through the standardization process. What is mu? 70. Over sigma. Sigma, the square root of 21. So the probability of z less than, okay, always when you calculate here, please round it to 3, look, not significant figures, to 3 decimal places, please. Okay, to the nearest 3 decimal places. Don't forget, please, the value of z always should be written in terms of 3 decimal nearest, okay, or correct to 3 decimal places, not 3 significant figures, 3 decimal places. So it will be 0.558. Now look here. طبعا, can we go to the tables and find it? Yes, since you have probability z, you have z less than positive value, so this is phi directly 0.558. Go now to the table, you can find it. You will get that the answer is 0.837, as we learned before how to find it. hopefully it's clear for you. So here, as we said, in order to use the normal approximation, we have to do two things. This is the first thing, finding mu and sigma. The second thing, you have to make continuity correction. Don't forget, two things you have to do. The continuity correction for the question. This value, always the value is given here, and the question should be corrected. It should be. How? Either by adding half or minus half, according to the question that you have. So here I explain for you, this one should be less than 74.5, okay? Then, through the standardization process, you can find the answer. So this is the probability. So the probability that x less than 75 is nothing but 0.837. Okay, let's move now to the next question. Okay, I need to erase, please, that one in order to make a space for the solution of this question. Now, let's come now to the second question. And the second question is very important question. Why? Because we are going to cover more than 1 point. You will see now. Look here, what do I have? This is the question. A company manufactures rubber and plastic washers. Rubber and plastic washers in the ratio 4:1. So now this company manufactures two things. Rubber and plastic washers. So we have rubber washers and we have plastic washers, and that company manufactures according to that ratio. Okay, so this ratio is very important. Now we will see. The washers are randomly packed into boxes of 25. So that company now manufactures washers, either plastic or rubber, according to the ratio of 4:1. What does it mean 4:1? Yani every 4 rubber washer, the company manufactures 1 plastic washer. So they pack, the washers are randomly packed into boxes of 25. So they are taking 25, regardless of, they are not looking to the number of plastic or rubber washers. They are collecting randomly and put 25, every 25 washers in a box, okay? Tamam. So this is the question. This is now our problem here. Now the question, find the probability that a randomly selected box contains exactly 21 rubber washers. Find the probability that a randomly selected box contains exactly 21 rubber washers. First of all, this question here, it follows what type of distribution? It follows what? It follows binomial distribution. Very good. Why? First of all, I have discrete random variable, which is the number of plastic washers and the number of rubber washers. So I'm dealing with discrete random variables. Okay? No any place for the decimals, right? So we are dealing with the countable and whole numbers. And we have either rubber or plastic washers. Okay? It's very clear. And always here the probability of the rubber for each selection, طبعا with replacement, it will be same from trial to other. Tamam. Now here find the probability that a randomly selected box contains exactly 21 rubber washers. So here, this is the binomial. So x is a random variable, discrete random variables. Okay? Here follows that binomial distribution. Here find the randomly selected box contains exactly 21 rubber washers. Here, what will be the value of n here? Yes, I have in each box 25. So here 25. And what is p? I'm interested in what here? Here in that question, I'm interested in rubber washers. So what's the probability of getting rubber washers, okay, from the box? Here, according to that ratio, since I have rubber 4 and plastic 1, 4:1, so the probability here, P by the way, will be 4/5. This is the rubber, okay? Rubber washers. And what about Q? It is 1 minus that, 1/5. طبعا you know how to calculate if you are given the ratio. You have 4 parts out of the total parts, because 4 belongs to rubber. So you have 4 washers out of 5 always. Every 5 we have 4 rubber washers, while we have 1 out of 5 plastic washers. So the probability that the selected washer is rubber is 4/5. So here P will be 4/5, which is 0.8. Now if I want to solve it, can I solve it using the binomial distribution? Yes, of course. Here it is totally binomial distribution. Okay, so in order to solve the first part here, so the probability exactly 21. It means probability of x equals 21. So we can solve it like this. Out of 25 here, washers in a box, what's the probability that randomly selected box contains exactly 21 rubber washers? So I have 21 rubber washers. Okay, the probability of rubber washer is 0.8, as we say. This is our success, and the power is 21 times what is Q? 0.2. 25 minus 21, which is 4. So what's the answer here? The answer will be, by the calculation, 0.187. طبعا try always to round to 3 significant figures. The final answer always rounded to the 3 significant figures, unless otherwise, unless the question is asking you to round to a certain level or degree of accuracy. Okay, now the second part, find the probability that randomly selected balls contains exactly 10 plastic washers. Exactly 10 plastic washers. Don't forget that P, it is rubber. So here when I say 10 plastic, either to change P and make it 0.2 and Q 0.8, or directly once I say exactly 10 plastic washers, it means exactly what? 15 rubber washers. So they are equivalent. Okay? So if I want to deal with that value of P, continue. Okay? So I will say here probability of X equals what? 15. 15. Because if I said exactly 10 plastic washers, it means exactly 15 rubber washers. طيب. So here will be 25 combination 15, 0.8 to power 15 times 0.2 to the power of 10. So this is the 10. Okay, plastic. Very clear. So here the answer will be 0.0118. So this is 3 significant figures, not 3 decimals, 3 significant figures. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is the answer. Tamam? So here is totally binomial distribution. Now look to the second part. Question B, and this is the important part which is related to our topic today. B. Here, a retail pack, still continuity with that question. A retail pack contains 2,000 washers. Okay, so we have a retail pack contains 2,000 washers. Okay, using a suitable approximation, find the probability that a retail pack contains at most 1,620 rubber washers. Okay, so find the probability that a retail pack contains at most 1,620 rubber washers. So here, first of all, what's the question? How could I express using this sentence? So we will say probability X, this is a discrete random variable, okay? Tamam? And here we are dealing still, our success as we are dealing with the success rubber washers, okay? So X is what? At most 1,620. What does it mean at most 1,620? It means it means either 1620, this is the highest value, or less, 1619, 1618 washers, rubber washers, 1000, and so on. Okay, till 0. Okay, so it is x at most 1620 less than or equal 1620. This is the meaning. The meaning of that question. Yani, instead of writing that the question in that form, find probability of x by using suitable approximation, x less than or equal 1620, you will be given a question like that. And this is a very important question because it combines between the binomial distribution and normal distribution at the same time. طيب, now, by using suitable approximation, it's very clear I will use the normal approximation. To find that normal approximation, I have to make correction for that value, and we have to find mu. What is mu? It is n times p, and p, don't forget, we are dealing, this is p, rubber washers, don't forget, it is attached with the thing which is mentioned here, okay? So this is p, the success, the rubber washers. So what is n? Here now 2000, so you have 2000 times, what is p? We say 0.8. So the answer is 160. 1,600. It is 1,600, I'm sorry. Yes, it is 1,600. What about variance? What is, okay. Now the variance, what about the variance? We said it is NPQ. NPQ. So NPQ, this is NP, it means 1,600. And Q, as you know, the probability of failure, which is 0.2. So if you multiply 320. So this is the normal distribution now. The normal distribution here, it is with mu 1,600 and 320, this is the variance. Tamam. Then now this probability, to find it, we have to make correction. We have to make correction. Yes, now, how to make now the correction? We have to change that value, for sure. To change the discrete into continuous, we have to change it. Either by adding half or by reducing half. Always, this is the rule for all questions. Continuity corrections, either you'll add half or you'll subtract half, based on the question that you have. So here when I said less than, look here, I will show you. So you have here, this is the number line, 1,620. So add half, 1,620.5, or here 1,619 half. Either adding half or, now I have less than or equal. Less than or equal, it means this is, okay? In the case of equal sign, both values should be included, both. This and that, both. So we have to start now, since I have equal sign, I have to include that value as well. So I have to start from here. So it should be less than 1,620.5. Is that clear? Hopefully it's clear. Next, what to do? You have to go through the standardization. So probability of Z less than or equal. Okay? Go through that, 1,620.5 minus 1,600, the mu, over the square root of 320. Okay. I'm sorry, the space I have. However, I will erase that one to continue for you. طيب. Okay. So here I start to that part, that x less than or equal 1,620, again I will repeat, will equivalent to approximately تقريبا, okay, probability of z less than or equal, as I said, 1,620.5 minus 1,600 over square root of 320. This is the standardization process, which is probability of Z. Always listen to me please. Be careful. For Z, put your answer, when you calculate, please, to nearest 3 decimal places. 3 decimal places. I'm not saying 3 significant figures. Always Z, put the value of Z, very important. Otherwise, you may make a mistake in the calculation of the probability, okay? So make it to round to 3 decimal places, okay? 3 decimal places. Here, what will be the calculations? Please calculate. So here, 20.5 square root of 320. Okay? You calculate that value. I don't have now here a calculator. Okay? And find the probability. Since you have Z less than or equal positive value, this is nothing but phi, that value, but in decimal, to 3 decimal places. Please calculate, okay, by the calculator. Then by the table, the final answer will be 0.874. As a matter of fact, this example is a very important example, and I believe that similar questions in the final exams, or many questions in the final exams, will come similar to that one. So hopefully that the last topic here in this chapter is very clear, or clear enough for you. What you need just to watch the video more than once, read again the exercises. Please try to solve from page 212 homework, page 212, 213, as many questions as you can, please, because this is very crucial and important question, important topic, and for sure in the final exam, inshallah, you will face questions with the normal approximation and continuity corrections. My best wishes for all of you. أتمنى لكم التوفيق يا شباب. At this point we can declare that we have finished, alhamdulillah, the syllabus of statistics, the syllabus of the mathematics. We already completed pure mathematics in the first semester, and now we complete the statistics, and you are ready now to attack and solve the past papers, either statistics or pure mathematics. All the questions you are qualified now to solve them bi'idhnillah ta'ala, and I believe to postpone the examinations to October, November 2020, it will give you a great chance. It will give you a great chance really to practice as many as you can from the past papers, and inshallah, hopefully you will get a very high mark. Inshallah, I believe that many of you will be able to get A, inshallah, in the coming examinations. أتمنى لكم التوفيق يا شباب. My best wishes for all of you. بارك الله فيكم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.